Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have completed some of the problems related to the finding the rational number between two given numbers, and we go through exercise 1.1, fourth one. Find three rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. Find 1.1, fourth one. Find three rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. Now we are using mean method to find three rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. Here let A equal to 3 by 5, B equal to 2 by 3. We know how to find the rational number between two given numbers by using mean method. So rational number between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. How do you get the rational number between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3? 3 by 5 plus 2 by 3 divided by 2. We have to find the mean of these two numbers. How do you get the mean of 3 by 5 and 2 by 3? 3 by 5 plus 2 by 3 by 2. Now what is the LCM of 5 and 3? 15. Because there is no common factor 5 and 3 for 5 and 3 except 1. 5 and 3 are co-primes. Therefore LCM is their product only. So LCM of 5 and 3 is product of 5 and 3. What is the product of 5 and 3? 15. 5 how many times it goes in 15? 3 times. 3 into 3, 9. 3 how many times it goes in 15? 5 times. 5 2s, 10. By 2. You get 19 by 15 divided by 2. Can be written as what? 19 by 15 into 1 by 2. That is 19 by 30. Where 19 by 30 lies between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. So 3 by 5 less than 19 by 30 less than 2 by 3. Again we have to find a rational number between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30 or 19 by 30 and 2 by 3. Now I will find a rational number between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30. Rational number between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30. How do you get the rational number between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30? 3 by 5 plus 19 by 30 divided by 2. What is the LCM of 5 and 30? We find the LCM of 5 and 30. 5 1s, 5 6. So we don't find any common factor for 1 and 6 except 1. So no need to divide. The LCM of 5 and 30 is 5 into 1 and 6, 30. 5 1 5, 5 6 30. As 5 is a factor of 30, 30 is said to be the LCM. So 30. 5 how many times it goes in 30? 6 times. 6 3s 18. 30 how many times it goes in 30? 1 time. 1 19, 19 by 2. 37 by 30 by 2. 18 plus 19, 37 by 30 by 2. Can be written as 37 by 30 into 1 by 2. That is equal to 37 by 60. Where 37 by 60 lies between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30. How do we express it? 3 by 5 less than 37 by 60, which lies between 3 by 5 and 19 by 30, less than 19 by 30, less than 2 by 3. So I got two rational numbers so far between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. Now find a rational number between 3 by 5 and 37 by 60. See, here I delete this part. Rational third one. So it is first one, it is second one, and it is third one. Rational number between 3 by 5 and 37 by 60. How do you get it? 3 by 5 plus 37 by 60 divided by 2. You have to find the mean of these two numbers. Add those two numbers and divide the sum by 2. What is the LCM for 5 and 60? 60. Because 5 is a factor of 60. 5 12 60. As 5 is a factor of 60, 60 is said to be the LCM. 5 12 60. 12 3 is 36. 61 60 137 37 by 2. Now what is our answer? 73 by 60 into 1 by 2. Now 73 by 120. So we got a rational number 73 by 120 is the value between 3 by 5 and 37 by 60. So we got three rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3. What are they? So 3 by 5 less than 73 by 120 less than 37 by 60 less than 19 by 30 less than 2 by 3. So what are the three rational numbers that obtained between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3? 17 by 73 by 120, 37 by 60, 19 by 30. So you can frame many more rational numbers that lie between 3 by 5 and 2 by 3 in so many ways. Now, see, so I am drawing a number line here. Let it be into the number line, and so on. Now I am dividing each unit into 5 equal parts to the right side of 0. I divided the unit between 0 and 1 into 5 equal parts here also. Can you give a rational number which represents this point? Can you give a rational number which represents this point as it is divided into 5 equal parts? This point represents 1 by 5. It is 2 by 5. It is 3 by 5. This one 4 by 5. This one 5 by 5. 6 by 5. 7 by 5. 8 by 5. 9 by 5. 10 by 5 and so on. Here between 1 by 5 and 8 by 5 we got some rational numbers. From this between 1 by 5 and 8 by 5 what are the rational numbers here obtained? 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5, 6 by 5, 7 by 5, stop. Between 3 by 5 and 9 by 5 do you have rational numbers? What are they? 4 by 5, 5 by 5, 6 by 5, 7 by 5, 8 by 5. So like that we can find rational numbers between two rational numbers if the denominators are same. 2 by 11, 10 by 11. Here the denominators are same. But what is the numerator here? 2. Here 10. These are like fractions. Like fraction. Now, can I get the rational number that time between 2 by 11 and 10 by 11? Clearly, 8 by 11, 9 by 11. These are all the rest numbers that are between 2 by 11 and 10 by 11. Now, 1 by 10, 7 by 10. Can you tell the rest numbers that are between 1 by 10 and 7 by 10? Very easy. Can you tell 3 rest numbers? You may have more than 3, but we need only 3 rest numbers. Tell. You may take 2 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 10, 5 by 10, 6 by 10. But while you are expressing a rest number, you should express it in simplified form, lowest terms. 2 by 10 means what? 1 by 5. 4 by 10 means what? 2 by 5. 1 by 2. 3 by 5. So the rational numbers that lie between 1 by 10 and 7 by 10 are 1 by 5, 3 by 10, 2 by 5, 1 by 2, 3 by 5. Now, go through page number 4. Do this second problem. Page 4. Do this second one. Find 10 rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. Find 10 rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. Here the denominators are same. What is the numerator here? Minus 3. Here 8. Do you find some interval that are between minus 3 and 8? They are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So clearly the rational number between rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11 are minus 2 by 11, minus 1 by 11, 0 by 11 means what? 0, 1 by 11, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11, 6 by 11, 7 by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. They are minus 2 by 11, minus 1 by 11, 0, 1 by 11, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11, 6 by 11, 7 by 11. Now, so far we have discussed about finding the rational numbers between two rational numbers by using mean method. But we have another method, so which can be done in single step. So now go through example 3. What is example 3? Find two rational numbers between 3 and 4 by mean method. But here we are using another method. Find example 3. Example 3, page 4. Find two rational numbers between 3 and 4. So already we have completed the same by using mean method, and we are going for alternate method, another method. See here, 3, 4. 3 can be written as 3 by 1, whereas 4 can be written as 4 by 1. So here, how many rational numbers are required between 3 and 4? 2 rational numbers. As we need 2 rational numbers between 3 and 4, 2 rational numbers. 2 plus 1, 3. Here, 3 by 1, 4 by 1. 3 can be written as 3 by 1, 4 can be written as 4 by 1. Now I am going to make the denominator as 3. I am going to make the denominator as 3. For that I multiply this 3 by 1, 3 and 1 with 3. So 3 into 3, 1 into 3 gives what? 9 by 3. So 3 can be written as, actually there is another method, but 3 can be written as 9 by 3. Now 4 can be written as 4 into 3 by 1 into 3, which is equal to what? 12 by 3. So finding the rational number between 3 and 4 is nothing but finding the rational number between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3. Because 3 and 9 by 3 are equivalent fractions. Their values are same. 4 and 12 by 3 are equivalent fractions. Their values are same. Instead of 3, you can take 9 by 3. Instead of 4, you can take 12 by 3. So, rational number, two rational numbers between 3 and 4, two rational numbers between 3 and 4 is same as two rational numbers between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3, because 3 equal to 9 by 3, 4 equal to 12 by 3. So can you get the rational number between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3? Yes. That is equal to 10 by 3, 11 by 3. So rational number between 3 and 4 is same as two rational numbers between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3. But the rational number between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3 are what? 10 by 3 and 11 by 3. Therefore, two rational numbers between 3 and 4 equal to 10 by 3, 11 by 3. So, in the mean method, we got another rational numbers. What are they? 13 by 4, 7 by 2. But here we got 10 by 3, 11 by 3. Both answers are same. 10 by 3 means what? 3, 1 by 3. If you convert it as mixed fraction, you get 3, 1 by 3, which lies between 3 and 4. 11 by 3 means what? 3, 2 by 3. 3, 2 by 3. Which lies between 3 and 4. Now, we take another example. So first of all, see, find two rational numbers between 3 and 4. As we need two rational numbers between 3 and 4, 2 plus 1, 3. Here 3 can be written as 3 by 1. Now we want to make the denominator as 3. To make the denominator as 3, we multiply the denominator 1 by 3. And you have to multiply the numerator also by 3 to get equivalent rational number. Here in the next it is given that 3 can be written as 3 by 1, 6 by 2, 9 by 3 and so on. Whereas 4 can be written as 4 by 1, 8 by 2, 12 by 3 and so on. Suppose if you want to get 15 rational numbers, 15 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So is it necessary to take 3 by 1, 6 by 2, 9 by 3 until you get 15 as denominator? No need. Simply 3 can be written as 3 by 1. As you want to get the 3 as a denominator, multiply the numerator and denominator in 3. 3 is 9, 1 is 3. So 9 by 3 is the equivalent rational number of 3. And 4 can be written as 4 by 1. And multiply both numerator and denominator with 3. 4, 3 is 12, 1, 3 is 3. 12 by 3. So here, finding two rational numbers between 3 and 4 is nothing but finding two rational numbers between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3. Because these two are one and the same. And these two are one and the same. So and you know, the rational number between 9 by 3 and 12 by 3 are what? 10 by 3, 11 by 3. Therefore, two rational numbers between 3 and 4 is taken as 10 by 3 and 11 by 3. Now, can you find, we take one more example for this model. See, in the do this we have first problem. Find 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3. 5 rational numbers. No need to write this one. So you write examples and problems given under do this and exercise problems. 2 and 3. How many rational numbers are required between 2 and 3? 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Here 2 can be written as 2 by 1. 3 can be written as 3 by 1. Now we want to make the denominator 6. How do you make this 1 as 6? By multiplying the denominator by 6. 1 6 we get 6. As we are multiplying 1 by 6, we should multiply the numerator also by 6 to get the equivalent rational number for 2. 2 into 6 by 1 into 6. 12 by 6. Can we write this 2 in the form of 12 by 6? 6 to 12. In the same way, 3 into 6 by 1 into 6. 18 by 6. So 3 is nothing but 18 by 6. So finding 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3 is nothing but finding 5 rational numbers between 12 by 6 and 18 by 6. Do you have rational numbers between 12 by 6 and 18 by 6? Between 12 by 6 and 18 by 6, do you have any rational number? Yes. What are they? 13 by 6, 14 by 6, 15 by 6, 16 by 6, 17 by 6. These are all 5 rational numbers that are between 12 by 6 and 18 by 6. Now, and you have to make it as in simplest form. 2 7s, 2 3s, 3 5s, 3 2s, 2 8s, 2 3s. So the rational number between 12 by 6, that is 2 and 3. Nothing but 12 by 6 and 18 by 6 are 13 by 6, 7 by 3, 5 by 2, 8 by 3, 17 by 6. Like that. And if you want to, suppose if you want to find 100 rational numbers between 2 and 3. So using this method is a tough job, hard job. So we can use this method. 100 plus 1, 101. So as we need to have, as we need 100 rational numbers between 2 and 3, multiply numerator denominator with 101. 100 plus 1. 2 into 101, 202 by 101. Here 3 means 3 by 1 into 101 by 101. 303 by 101. So can you tell the rational number between 202 by 101 and 303 by 101? 203 by 101, 204 by 101, 205 by 101, 206 by 101, 302 by 101. Up to 302 by 101 you can write. Like that you get 100 rational number between 2 and 3. And now the last concept is a rational number can be expressed as a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. What? A rational number can be expressed either in the form of a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. 2 by 5, 5 by 6, 7 by 10, 1 by 8, 3 by 11, 13 by 15. How do you say whether the given rational number, actually how do you say whether the given rational number represented terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal? How do you find whether the given rational number represented terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal? What should be done? To see whether the given rational number represents a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal, we have to divide. We have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So if the remainder is 0 at one stage, then it is called terminating decimal. And in the recurring part, in the decimal part, some block of digits repeating is called non-terminating repeating decimal. Or in the decimal part, we have finite number of digits, it is called terminating decimal. In the decimal part, if some block of the digits is repeating, if some digits are repeating, it is called non-terminating repeating decimal. So by dividing the numerator denominator, we can say whether the given rational number is a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. We take this to see. What do you call the decimal? As I got here as a reminder, this decimal is called terminating decimal. Therefore, 2 by 5 represents the terminating decimal. Now 5 by 6. What do you call this one? Non-terminating repeating decimal. By dividing the numerator by the denominator, we can easily tell whether the given rational number represents a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. But without actually performing the division, how do we say whether the given rational number represents a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal? That is our present question. See. Now, first of all, you have to see whether the given rational number is in its simplest form or not. 2 by 5 is already in its simplest form. So, in 6th class, we have learned how to factorize a number, prime factorize a number. Now, 12. Can you write this 12 as the product of primes? Prime number. What do you mean by prime number? If a number has only 2 factors, then the number is said to be a prime number. Is 1 a prime? No, because it has only 1 factor. Is 2 a prime? How many factors are there for 2? What are the divisors of 2? 1 and 2. Do you find any other divisor? No. So it contains 2 factors. Therefore it is a prime. 3, is it a prime? Yes, 1 and 3. 4? No. It has 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 3 factors. More than 2 factors. Not a prime. 5, it has only 2 factors, 1 and 5. 6, it has more than 2 factors, 1, 2, 3, 6. It is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 6, not a prime. 7, prime. 8, not a prime. 9, not a prime. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and so on. So all these numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 and so on, these are all called prime numbers because they have only 2 factors. Each of them has only 2 factors. Now see. So here 2 by 5 is in simplest form. You cannot simplify the 2 by 5. There is no common factor for 2 and 5 except 1. What is the denominator here? 5. What are the prime factors of 5? 5 only. What are the factors of 5? 1 and 5. Out of that, which is prime number? 5. So if the denominator, here you see 10. What are the prime factors of 10? First of all, you have to prime factorize 10. You have to divide the 10 by the prime number. As you want to write the 10 as product of primes. What is the first prime number? 2. Can we divide this 10 by 2? Yes. 205. So 10 can be written as the product of primes as 2 into 5. 10 can be written as the product of primes as what? 2 into 5. Here 2 and 5 are the prime factors of 10. Now 8. You take 8. Now I am going to prime factor 8. 2. 2 is the prime number. Divide it by 2. How many times? 4. Can we divide 4 by 2 again? 2. How many times? 2. So 8 is prime factorized as 2 into 2 into 2. These 3 are prime numbers and the product of them is equal to what? 8. Now listen. If the denominator has prime factors either 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. If the denominator consists of either the prime factor 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5, if the denominator contains the prime factor 5 only or 2 only or both 2 and 5, then the given rational number represents a terminating decimal. Here the denominator consists of what is the prime factor of 5? 5 only. Do you find any other prime factor except 5? No. Now divide this one, you got 0.5, 0.4, which is a terminating decimal. 7 by 10, What are the prime factors of 10? 2 and 5. So as it contains both 2 and 5, it is a terminating decimal because 7 by 10 is what? 0.7 terminating decimal. Now 1 by 8. Divide 1 by 8. See whether you get terminating decimal. Now what are the prime factors of the denominator here? 2. 2 is the only prime factor. Here 5 is the only prime factor. Here 2 and 5 are the prime factors. So 8, 0.0, 8 ones. So now I divide 1 by 8 here. Eight one say 20, 8 2 16, 40, 8 5 40, 0. So what is the decimal form? Terminating. So now what are the prime factors of 8? 2 only 2, only 5, 2 and 5. If the denominator has prime factor either 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5, then the rational number represents a terminating decimal. Otherwise, it represents a non-terminating repeating decimal. Now 5 by 6. What is the denominator here? 6. How do you prime factor 6? Divide the 6 by prime number to how many times it goes? 3. So 6 is prime factor is what? 2 into 3. Here I am not dividing the numerator by denominator. I am simply verifying whether the denominator consists of prime factors of 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5 to say that the given rational number represents a terminating decimal. Here the denominator 6 consists of 3 in addition to 2. In addition to 2 it contains some other factor, some other prime factor. What is that? 3. Therefore it represents a non-terminating repeating decimal. Can we check whether it represents a non-terminating repeating decimal? Non-terminating repeating decimal. Now 3 by 11. What is the denominator here? 11. What are the prime factors of 11? What are the factors of 11 actually? 1 and 11. What is the prime factor? 11. So it does not contain either 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. It does not contain either 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. Therefore, it represents a non-terminating repeating decimal. See? It is also non-terminating repeating decimal. Now take 13 by 15. Without actually, you need not divide. So for verification I am dividing, but you need not divide. You simply go through the denominator. If the denominator has prime factor either 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. If it contains only 2 as prime factor, terminating decimal. Only 5 as prime factor, terminating decimal. If it contains both 2 and 5 as prime factor, terminating decimal. Otherwise, in any case except these 3, it gives a non-terminating repeating decimal. Now see. Fifty-eight 1 0, 56 90, 0, 56 90. 0, 56. Here you observe the denominator 15. What are the prime factors of 15? How do you write 15 as a product of primes? You should not write 1 into 15. So those two factors should be prime numbers. 3 into 5. Yes. So in addition to 5, it contains some other factor. What is that? 3. If it contains 5 only as prime factor, then we say that it is a terminating decimal. But it contains 3 in addition to 5. Therefore, it represents a non-terminating repeating decimal. So if you observe, you go through 1.1 page, 1.1 exercise, page number 7, and go through the last problem, 9th one. Without actually dividing, find which of the following are terminating decimals. You try to solve those problems. So in the next video, we complete it and we go through the remaining, maybe next concept. Thank you.